Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I swear that intro gets better every time. Anyway, we're back in Fallout 3, where we left off. We're gonna go hit some alien butt and hopefully find some ammo. It's great fun. Yes, found some more ammo. That's very good, actually. Ah,
Well, you startled me.
you startled me.
You really mustn't creep up on people like that. That is precisely why this is the ideal place for my work. Do you realize you're trampling about in a delicately balanced and highly sensitive experimentation area? My experiments are of a complex nature and would take a scientist to explain. Oh wait, I'm a scientist. How marvelous. My foray into reducing the girth of these insectoid creatures is of utmost importance. I intend to generationally reduce their immense stature by way of a pre-birth induced mutagen. Isn't that clever? My word, you understand perfectly. How marvelous! Well, I'm afraid I've made slight miscalculations in the mutagen. Instead of lowering their size, the brood hatched with a new biomechanism. I call their genetic aberration pyrosis, the ability to emit flame from their bodies. I may be able to correct this error, but I can't get near my equipment. Your knowledge of experimental procedure surprises me. Indeed, I have skipped a step and directly modified an entire brood. Perhaps I was too hasty. I was so certain it would work. To correct this mistake, I'll need to get to my terminal to modify the mutagen. My portable terminal is set up in the hatchery chamber near the Ant Queen. If I can reach it, I can continue to work on improving the mutagen. If she were harmed in any way, months of data would be lost. Your objective would be to eliminate what I call her quintet of nest guardians. Filthy little abominations. No, it should all wrap up rather nicely. I've rigged my equipment at my portable terminal to emit what I call an inhibitor pulse. Once I send this pulse, all of the remaining ants will lose their empathic link with the queen and frenzy, destroying each other in the process. So, that's all there is to it. What do you say? Yes, I suppose you're right. Science must learn to acquiesce to your standards in order to advance itself. I was merely going to offer up one of my mutagenic bioenhancers, but I suppose I could up the ante. I will also award you with my old lab coat. It served me well over the years, and you may find it useful for your own experiments.
That lab coat that you receive as a reward is very, very special. And I'll tell you later when I get it.
You will? How marvelous! Be careful, my friend. The nest guardians can be quite tenacious. Finally, a chance to recant my mistake. How marvelous!
Just check what's up here. Ah, a lot of shit, apparently. Where's the grenade? Well, there's a waste of the grenade. Thanks, Vax. Ah! Blew up the generator as well. I believe some of this ant, maybe not the ant meat, but the ant nectar, no, it's just, it increases your agility by 4. Wow, it's very good. But it minus intelligence by 3. Let's drink some whiskey. Well, might go store some stuff in the science room. This will be a slow walk there. I'll be back when I'm there. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the science room. We've stored all our items in this ammunition box. Items don't want to lose, they're just kept in there. And we're gonna quit save, obviously. We're gonna move to the ant nest. I will turn off my Pip-Boy light, as it reduces your sneaking abilities. One down. It's always useful to get that sneak attack critical hit bonus when you first shoot someone. We'll keep on quit saving in this tunnel. just gonna slow down my movements. My sneak still isn't that high, so I can't be running around everywhere. He's probably gonna come back. The Handprint is very near here. That was bad. Now two of them on me. Oh no. I'll break out the frag mines. Ah, frenzied! Oh god, what's that? How did the... What? How did they get... Is that the queen? What? Hold on. How did they get there so fast? Why is the queen here? What has happened? Huh? Welcome to Fallout 3 glitches. Oh! What the fuck is going on? This is a massive glitch because the queen's now blocking the exit. One of the ants is frenzied, so he's attacking the other ant. This is so bizarre. What the fuck? I can't actually believe the Handprint. That might actually fail my quest. She's meant to be in here. Oh my god, she is in here. Well, welcome to Fallout 3 bugs. Is there one more? There must be one more. Yeah, there's one more around the corner. Ah. This is going to be an interesting way out. Come on, 4 rounds. Don't fail me. No, come on. They failed me. This isn't advised, but under the... I don't know. Lots of bad things have happened this episode. Just a baseball bat him to death. This episode is bizarre. Now we're going to try and get back past the queen, who's still stuck in the wall. If we run fast enough, maybe she'll be unstuck. She was here. How's she done? Don? Oh, thank the Lord. That was the weirdest thing. I've never actually seen that happen. But in the world of Fallout 3, anything can happen. Literally anything. that's probably this quest done. How far are we over encumbered? Can we, 220, I will need some of that, and then I'll be able to take some wine, which will boost my weight carrying capacity to 230, and then I'll get a perk off this guy, who's fleeing, and then I'll be able to get
some changes within the Queen's hatchery with my
you'll
equipment.
see.
What's transpired? Oh, how marvelous! Please, tell me what happened. Come now, the faster you tell me, the faster I can provide promised payment for your services. Then I will proceed to my portable terminal at once and make the necessary changes to the formula. Thanks very much for everything. You've been quite a useful lab assistant. How marvelous! Here is the promised lab coat. I'm certain you'll find it quite useful. Which injection did you want? Will it be the ant sight or ant might?
Since perception isn't really a great skill, strength is much better to take.
How marvelous! Ant might it is. Hold still, please.
And since we're in the situation where he's just run off for some strange reason, this episode. Strength is increased by 1, that means our carry weight is increased by 10. 25% resistance to fire. Did we get a lab coat? Oh, we did. This lab coat is quite special. It gives you a rad resistance of plus 20 and a science of plus 10. The science of plus 10 is one of the highest values of science you can plus by some apparel, some clothes in the entire game, entire base game. So that's why it's very special. Is that quest done? Oh no, we have to speak to the boy. See, our weight is increased to 240, and that's worked out very well for me. So I just need to keep drinking alcohol. Well, my characters in this game always seem to get addicted to alcohol. And so they should, I consume so much of it. Well, the last bit of this quest is pretty easy to do. No more combat involved. Just need to get out somehow. Let me just show you. These things here are generators. If you hit them a lot with guns or explosives, they blow up. So if there's any enemies near it, just shoot them and they'll explode. Are we meant to go this way? I'm lost already. Oh, I can go this way as well. There's an ant apparently. How fun. We're probably going to head back to Mediton and dump loads of stuff. All the ants above ground should be frenzied and attacking each other. Oh, we should be leveling up soon. I'll maybe do rats here because I can't actually see through this fire. Right, let's take something else. Basically, if we just eat loads of stuff, let's take some of that. I'll have some meat. If you find being irradiated by eating the stuff, you can just... Oh, here we go. Should listen to that.
If you're listening to this tape, then my brains are splattered all over a wall somewhere, and you've got a job to do. You need to retrieve the package and get it safely to Ronald Lauren and Girder Shade. Tell him Grady sent you. To get the package, you'll need the key. I've stashed it inside an old fire hose case in some maintenance closet in Marigold Metro Station. The key will unlock the safe that contains the package. Look for the room marked by a spinning light. You can't miss it. Good luck. And hopefully, they won't find you too.
Well, we'll come back for that quest later. But for now, we got a job to do. Look for ammo, goddammit. Oh, I didn't loot this on the way in. Always crit save. The ants up here should be dead now. There's one there. Yep, pretty much dead. Which means we can have a look around. I don't actually come back to this place much, so this has been the last time here probably. Probably need more alcohol. We don't have any alcohol. We got any buff out? No. Where's the what was it? Did we pick up that stuff? We did get the nectar. No. That was it. If we take the what do we just eat? I just forgotten what we eat. This is how bad my memory is. And nectar. We ate and nectar. We get a +4 strength, which increases our carry weight again to 250. I only have one more of them, so I better get back to Mediton quickly. I've actually lost. I've lost myself again. It's just around the corner, I think. Yep, there it is. He's still in the pod, probably. Fiddling with that suction hose. Ugh.
Anyone out there? Hello? It was so weird. All of a sudden, the ants went nuts and started fighting each other. It was like they were totally crazy. It was really scary, but kind of cool at the same time. You know what I mean? I wish I had something to give you for all the work you did. But I never really had much to start with. I guess now you'll be on your way, and I'll have to try living here by myself. I hope you'll come back and visit someday. Really? You mean it? Oh boy, thank you so much. I'll wait in my old house for you to come back. I need to bury my papa anyway. Just don't forget about me. Well, Papa always told me about my cousin Vera. She lives in some big giant ship somewhere or something. Papa called the place Rivet City, but I don't know where it is. You're pretty swell for a grown-up.
Right, we're now gonna head to Mediton where we need to dump loads of crap. I'll be back when I've dumped that crap. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've just dumped loads of stuff in our house in Mediton. I got a comment recently about where did the bomb come from. It came from the Great War of where everything was destroyed. America was destroyed in the Great War with the Chinese. It's the Chinese in this game that actually dropped the bombs and were the main communist enemy in this game. You'll hear more about them during the story, during the side quests. There might be some locations dedicated to them. Important lookout. There's definitely a lot of important lookout about the Chinese. There's even some quests important lookout about the Chinese. Yeah, but the bomb is an unexploded bomb. Dropped in the Great War, 100 years before this. And this is what's left. The capital wasteland is what is left after the Great War. The entire plot of Fallout is the people didn't discover like some microchip thing, like a great invention with microchips and all that wasn't discovered, so that instead they built everything with nuclear power and such. It's I'll do some read up about it, and I'll come back later with the actual facts. But anyway, right now we're gonna go travel to Rivet City and try to end this quest. Wow, I look like the Hulk. I'm slightly green. This episode's been interesting. We're going to try and find Vera at the Weatherly Hotel, which is upper floor.
I do the repairs around here, so if you see something that needs fixing, let me know.
Hey there.
I'll be right with you.
You don't look so...
Welcome to the Weatherly Hotel. I'm your hostess, Vera Weatherly. Well, I really shouldn't tell you, but have you heard about Polly Cantelli? He's addicted to chems. His poor wife, Cindy, is at her wit's end. You haven't heard? Angela has the hots for Diego. But since he's a priest, he's been putting her off. One of these days, she's just going to jump his bones. They say Mr. Lopez is losing it. He stands on the top of the bridge tower for hours at a time, just staring out over the city.
Right, with the little boy, you can either leave him there for neutral karma and completing the quest. You can either send him to Paradise Falls, and where he becomes a slave for bad karma and complete the quest, or you can send him here for good karma and complete the quest.
Poor dear. I know what it's like to be alone. I'd love to take him in. Don't worry. I have the means to keep him fed and healthy, but most importantly, safe. Oh, that's wonderful. If you ever wander back into Rivet City, why don't you check up on us? You're always welcome.
Tough? Hello.
I believe I still need to go... Where am I going? Did I come this way? Apparently not. I don't know where I'm going in this game. Everywhere is a maze to me. We'll be back into the science room later. You can actually skip like all of the quests in the DC ruins, where they're just coming here and speaking to people in the science lab. I believe this is the way out. No, it isn't. Get me out of here, someone.
Evening.
I believe we're on the same floor. We'll just leave this way. Yep, there we go. We need to fast travel to where he is, to what's it called, Grey Ditch, talk to him, and that'll be the quest done, and I'll probably level up. And that's probably where I'll end the episode. Well, it looks very clean in here now.
I hope you found me a place to live. You really found her? Oh, thank you so much. I can't believe everything you've done for me. Most people would have kept on walking when I ran up to them screaming like I did. I'll get my stuff together and move on out there right away. Come visit me sometime.
Level up. Oh yeah. 360. I know what I wanna. I know what I wanna level up. That means we'll be able to pick average lots. Melee weapons is my fallback skill, so I'll up that, and that's it. Comprehension is a great perk for what I do. I know where all the books are, so I'll just go collect some books, and that'll give me 1 additional skill point whenever I read a book. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll be back in episode, I can't mean, is this 4 or 5? We'll be back in episode 6 with some more gameplay for Falout 3. So keep liking the videos, and I'll see you later. Bye bye. Bye bye.